Hey, Dave LeCounty with Head Games Motorworks. Today we're going to talk about LSXMatt's LS heads. Check it out. So if you go check out LSXMatt's page, he bought a Tahoe and it needed some work. It's got 100 or 200 and some thousand miles on it, and he was just going to rebuild it. And well, he heard a ticking noise and he thought it was the lifter. So he went through the trouble of trying to unstick the lifter, and he had a, well, he found out it wasn't just a lifter. So we're going to go through the cylinder heads and show you why they are here. So this is your typical 823 casting. That is a square port and the passenger truck head. And you can see around the valve seats that there's some wear here, but like really it's the exhaust side that you see the most. There's like, you see right here, there's some black spots, and that's just from heat. And there's really nothing crazy to talk about on the head. It just, you know, they have a lot of miles on them, but there's really nothing here that says, man, you're junk, you know? There is obviously a lot of soot. Now these heads have been just ran through the spray washer, and there's quite a bit of oil in the chamber. I mean, these things are not known for not burning oil, so here you go. And the deck doesn't really look like anybody really messed with it. Maybe Matt cleaned it off right here, but it looks like a factory mill. These things are not milled very nicely. And so at least they're a virgin. And once you start with a virgin, well, it's yours forever. You see more of what I'm talking about in the exhaust valves. You can see how the flame kind of travels up here. You see that right there. So this is showing me that it wasn't all sealing. So not all of them were actually sealing. They had some wear into the valve, and this would obviously create some lean conditions. You can see a little bit of white here, and usually white is oil, but it's oil from the exhaust side, so when it just turns white because it's hot. But let's move on to the intake valve. The intake valve shows a little bit of float. There's like a little bit of a ledge here, but nothing crazy. Pretty much is the same wear that's in all the valves. Some are really crazy looking. All the exhausts look like they haven't been sealing, and then all the intakes have this like very slight float issue. Now the valve is very heavy, so, and then the springs are all the same, so and it has 1 million miles on it, so I mean it's really just not that bad for what it's done to it. Now I know what you're thinking here. Holy crap, are these some stock LS springs? They have to be the coolest things ever. But yes, they're a stock spring, but no, they're not the coolest thing ever. And there's really not much to say here. They're stock valve springs. We didn't check them because we're actually going to change them. So look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 broken header bolts. We have a solution for this. We teamed up with Tycon and we made a PVD coated 12-point head titanium exhaust bolt. And this way you don't have to deal with this anymore. You have something that doesn't corrode, and you can put it in your daily driver. It really doesn't matter, and you don't have to worry about broken bolts anymore. And that is, and the PVD coatings really, it makes it slipperier so it won't gall, because you see some of them titanium bolts and they're just colorful. This is not it. This is an actual functional one, and it makes you so you don't have to worry about your broken bolts anymore. This is actually the reason why we went to it, because we're tired of removing them. A lot of guys will remove them or they try to drill them out, and the problem with drilling them out is, if you can see right here, this is a water port, and the water port is right behind this bolt hole. So if you drill through it and you hit water, you're screwed. You're putting another head on it. And I know some guys have put silicone in there when they drill through it, but wouldn't it just be easier if you spent the money and bought the right bolt and you remove that and you don't have to worry about it anymore? You, at the time of this take, you can get them from headgamesmotorworks.com or briantooley.racing.com. Are you guys ready for the most wild thing I've ever seen? This is why this head actually came in, because the valve seat literally just fell out whole. The valve was actually holding it in, so it was kind of sealing, but the ticking noise he heard was the lash being wrong because the valve was really far off, and the valve seat had just fallen out. And there was, I measured it on his video. I did not measure it on ours because, well, I guess I'm being lazy right now, but there's a 1/1000th clearance here, and then when it got hot, it just popped out. You can almost pop that thing right back in, but that is why it's here. So what we're going to do is you can't just stick it back in. We have to enlarge this hole and put another valve seat in there, and we're going to give it more press fit so it stays in there. So if you guys watch LSXMatt's page, we actually are going to make a small video on finishing these heads up for him and for his page. So if you want to see the rest of the process of putting the valve seat in there and everything else we're going to do, please check out LSXMatt on his YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe to it. Maybe get the notifications so you can see how this whole thing goes together. So like any other hot rodder, why are we going to put this thing back together bone stock when there's performance parts available for it? And Matt is totally keen for that. So what we did was, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the valve. Now when you get a 823 in a truck, the 823 head in the truck comes with a steel valve that is not hollow stem, it's very heavy. And then if you get an 823, the LS3 intake from the Camaro, it's hollow stem. So let's just take out the weight differences that we're going to save just in that. So you got 108.8 for the intake valve on the truck and 87.6 for the car. So this is definitely going to help out with some RPM, and when we put a valve spring in it, well, it's just going to work a lot better to have a lighter valve. Everybody wants a lighter valve. And we're going to use some Brian Tooley spring kit. This is their Beehive kit, and it's a great upgrade from the factory, and this way you have a little bit more room for a camshaft and you have more spring pressure, so there's more cushion for the push-in, just in case Matt wants to boost this thing later. That does it for us today. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Toodles.